J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's up, everybody? We here for this first reaction live. Raising Kanan, season 2, episode 2. I'm here with the lovely Gina. What's up, Gina? How you doing tonight?
Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's
How you doing, Jay? Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Gina. Hi, Jay. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Jay. I'm happy to be here as always.
Definitely happy to have you as always. So
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, definitely. You heard a little. Okay. All right. So let's kick it off with your first thoughts about this episode. You don't have to give a rating or anything, but Gina, what are your first thoughts after watching this episode at the midnight showing? What's your thoughts about it?
I thought it was a great episode, probably biased, but I enjoyed it. Some things I was not happy about, but we'll get to that.
Okay. Anything stand out to you in particular? I mean, you ain't got to go too deep in the detail, but
the situation that was handled with Scrappy.
Oh yeah, definitely was a messed up situation for old Scrappy dude. And you know, I said it last week it was gonna happen. So I ain't know the exact details how they was gonna do it, but I knew his number was up. Like they say, he on deck, the upper room. He was gone.
Went up to yonder.
K Leezy, what's up? Got that smile over there. What
my back teeth is showing.
What's up? What you think about this episode, and anything stick out to you about this episode off top?
I think just like Gina, you know, we'll get into it, but I was not happy at the end. It made my stomach hurt. I want to vomit. It did not feel good, Jay. I felt really bad for Scrappy. But that's what happens when you're in the game, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Easy come, easy go.
Damn.
So, you know, me myself, I liked the episode as well. I thought it was good. It was a lot of things that stuck out to me, from the cars, clothes, all that stuff I always enjoy. Of course, we're gonna go with a 3-peat. It was messed up how old Scrappy dude went out. But you gotta be careful, man. One thing I learned in my short little time in life is that sometimes when people are asking you questions, they already know the answers. They're asking to see if you're lying. They don't even the conversation ain't about the answers or the questions that I'm presenting you. It's about, are you a liar? You know, sometimes in life it's 2-3 levels deep of conversation. And if you don't know that and you ain't aware of that, or you ain't a straight shooter, then you could, you know, fall into these things. And when Scrap was lying about hanging pictures on the wall every Saturday, Rap Attack, Mr. Magic Marley Marl.
Right.
You know, and he had been a straight shooter and be like, man, this motherfucker knocked me on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
He'd have been here today.
Right. He'd have been like, they pulled me over because I was playing cards. I know Rock don't want me to. I fucked up. But this is what happened. We got raided. He'd be alive today. You know, you can't always know when somebody is questioning you with answers they already know. But if you a straight shooter and you an honest person, then it wouldn't matter if they was doing that, because they would be finding out you ain't a liar. If they
raise my son that way, Jay.
I try to raise my son that way too. So
I was like, anytime you see me asking you a question, assume I already know the answer, dude. Because come on now, If I'm getting at it, then I already know. I done already know. So you gotta start figuring out which story you gonna come to tell me, because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna grill you if I don't know. I'm not gonna ask a kid for information. I'm trying to see what you're gonna tell me. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I raised him that way from since he was little. If I start asking you questions, that's the sign I already know. So come correct with your shit.
Damn right. Plus, they give you cover when you don't know to get the right answers.
Hello, come on now.
Right. Now Malik Jackson. Shout out to Malik Jackson. Thanks for coming through watching tonight. He's saying what I told you, which is he said Detective Howard is also partially responsible for Scrappy hit. So when we was talking in Discord, Kelly, I told you Howard is kind of to blame for what happened to Scrappy. Gina, what do you think about this? Do you think Howard got some of Scrappy's blood on his hands or no?
I do, because he didn't even know what was going on, and he's over there running his mouth. So yeah, he is part to blame.
Right.
Because she wouldn't go on fishing to somebody else because she was like, oh, she got another insider. But she wouldn't have did that if he wouldn't have opened his mouth. So yeah, he's the main one. Because he's got the information.
Yeah, because I don't think this Scrappy head was on the chopping block until then, right?
Right.
They weren't talking about killing Scrappy. Right. Kelly, K. Lee Z. What up? What up? Look at that smile. What's up?
I'm not blaming Detective Howard. I'm on the outside of you guys tonight. Normally I agree with Gina, but no, because he just said what he saw, which was the right thing in his situation. But after all of that going on, you trying to tell me Marvin, they talked about it. Nobody was like, yo, I saw you at the spot. What's really good, right? Nobody came to him like that. Like, Rock sent Marvin to figure out what was going on, but no time at all. Marvin was like, yo, listen, we already seen you at the spot. Yo, done the cousin talk. You know what I mean? There's no need for no cousin talk. Huh?
They not the best detectives out there.
No, because Howard gave them the information, so they needed to confirm that. You're not gonna ask somebody, especially who got a gambling problem, who if they're gonna tell you the right information. It's sad that he didn't come clean, you know what I mean? But he didn't, because Rock already told him, stay out your mama's spot, and he went anyway, right? But they didn't say, yo, we saw you, yo, don't come with the cousin BS. We already saw you. So to me, I would have said that. So, I was like, dang. But to me, Howard just put them on. So I don't want to put him in the mix of the blame. He just put them on.
All right, let me ask you this then. Okay, say you married, happily married. All right, and Gina, your girlfriend, tells you, hey, I saw your man with this other woman at this hotel, such and such, blah, 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 blah. They was real kissy, huggy, whatever. So now you start investigating this, that, and the other, your man, and for argument's sake, we're going to shorten it up. Y'all end up getting a divorce. It don't work out. But the key is she was wrong. She saw the wrong person, or maybe she had ulterior motives. But because you put that bug in your ear, it then made you switch to start looking for and acting, differently, and leading to a divorce. So I would say she would be partially responsible for your divorce, because he didn't actually see him in there, because he ain't in the police station, right? He didn't actually see him in there, right? Or am I?
He saw him.
He did.
Exactly, he saw him. So if that be the case, then Gina saw him, and then I would see my husband.
Right,
so I would ask him.
Right? When he was leaving, he saw him sitting.
Saw him in there because the cop came out and was like, "I got the CI in there," but the CI was his mom's, and for what we gather, because when you go back to them coming into raiding the spot, the moms was asking for where Lieutenant Chin at. So
maybe Gina, maybe we saw what I said, but maybe she saw a goodbye hug and kiss or something. You know how people may give you a hug and a kiss on the cheek or a hug.
I would say I would be like, oh, boom. So where were you? Boom, boom, boom. And if you give me a different story, I'm like, yo, the people's already saw you at the spot. So just talk the talk because you already saw you. And then he would have to explain it was a goodbye kiss or it was a whatever, somebody I knew from college or whatever the case may be. But the minute I realize you lying, I'm gonna tell you, yo, you people's already saw you at the spot. So fix up the story. Fix up the story now.
He lying because he
Definitely
wasn't
have
ready
to
for that
explain.
bangarang.
He definitely gonna have to explain because I'm gonna have
Exactly. He gonna have to explain. Jay.
so.
Thank you. Back
Yeah.
with Gina again.
So
You're gonna have
what
to
I was
explain.
saying why he was partially responsible is because they wasn't looking to kill Scrappy and they wasn't investigating Scrappy. So by him saying that, you put the eye and the heat on me all of a sudden. And so
But at the end of the
now,
day, Scrappy was in there though. He was in there. So there is a problem that he's in there anyway, right?
But this is what I'm gonna say right quick. Whenever you are whether a detective, scientist, or whatever, whenever you investigate in something and you already have the conclusion in mind, then all the research is going to start to fit a lot of times what your conclusion is. So they already had the conclusion, Rock, that he was snitching. So every little thing that he say or don't say makes it look like that conclusion was right. You see what I'm saying? So, you know.
And then he lied, right? So it made it worse.
Right, and exactly. But the lie had nothing to do with what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's just that because they already had that figured out what they was thinking, you lied, we must be right what we thinking. When he was lying for something that had nothing to do with what they was thinking. That's all. So I think that's
why he
messed
should
up.
have just came, you know, from the time, like you said, from the time you asking, oh, what? Oh, so you was really at your cousin hanging up the thing? You know what I mean? Dang.
That
Like,
ain't even sound right no way. That sounded dumb excuse anyway.
right. But you know what? When you caught up, then you do, people do say dumb shit. So now I didn't like that move, and I think that they should have told him that, look, we already knew you was at the spot, so what's really good? And at that point, if you lie at that point, then that means you're not good to our team at all. That would have been the determining factor to me, because once I put the card out, you're supposed to be like, all right, fine, and let me know, right? But if that be the case, he would have been spared, but he didn't, and they didn't ask the question. So I still don't blame Howard. He let them know what was really going on. Yeah. And the cop did say, I have the CI in the room, and he and his mother was in the room.
That's true. What do you think about Rock being the one to pull the trigger and Marvin and Lulu didn't want to do it? Even Marvin had a tear in his eye. But they drove. See, this is one thing I noticed, though, in life that I didn't think was that accurate, is that when you are living that life, when you around people that you normally are around, like he was normally around them, when you talking like he was talking, and they just quiet as a church mouse, you know what I'm saying? Something is up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't pick up on that. Like, he should have been picking up something ain't right. These dudes too damn quiet, ain't said a word, can't look at me. Something ain't right. And he ain't pick up on that. And they drove him to his death and drove him to the slaughter. Before we get into it, shout out to Eric Iverson for the super chat. Long time no see.
Hey, Eric.
What's up? What's up? He said, did you notice when Kanan and Juke was watching the movie, Juke told Kanan he cares a lot about people and don't lose that. I think that's why she knew she could use Tariq and power to get at Kanan before he killed her. Okay.
I thought the same thing.
Go ahead, Shirley. What you thought?
So I thought the same thing, but my ending was different because I was texting my sister. We were watching it together, of course, in different places. But I was like, that's the reason why he killed Juke at the end of the day, because he cared too much about Kanan. He wasn't ready. He wasn't going to sacrifice him at that level of the plan with Juke anymore. that was that same Karen factor, because he had got caught up into their relationship as well. So that same quality Juke told him not to lose is the reason why he ended up killing her.
Okay, Gina, what you think?
I agree. I was just like, oh, to see how he was, how Karen loving little child to grow up to be what he was. Ugh.
Yeah, which is what I'm a piggyback off of. I thought he lost all of that actually, and I'm gonna come back to what Kelly say. He may have got that back on a spark or a feeling of what it used to be like when he was younger and having that friend or that little road dog, that little, you know what I'm saying, kid in Tariq. And maybe that's why it made him feel that way. He kind of got that, you know, reminiscent, you know, nostalgia, that old feeling. Because up until then, yeah, I'm with Gina, like he was a monster. Like he ain't give a damn about nobody. Remember, he killed that grandma with a Jesus Saves pillow, smothered her while on the phone.
He killed his son.
Killed his own son.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, that was something, man. That was definitely something. But Eric Iverson, thanks for the super chat, fam. I got a video to play right quick for the super chat. Coming through with the money. Spread love is the
Brooklyn way.
Oh. Definitely. All right. Everybody was talking about the movie he was watching was Cooley High.
Right.
Man, watched Kanan cry. They hit Coach Cheese, he hit his head on that thing. Bing. It was over. Rang that bell, boy. So what's up? What do you all think about Unique and him being basically crushed right now? But he's still alive, so he ain't forgotten. And even his right-hand man is now told him it's over. Gina, how would that situation for Unique, how you think it's gonna play out? And well, go ahead, get to that, and I got another part I'll talk to her about later.
So with Unique, I felt bad for him because the girlfriend's mom treated him dirty. Like he said, you wasn't giving me this fever when I was buying you trips and everything. But
Yeah,
now
she would be happy to give him a pork chop or something.
yeah, like now I'm down a little bit, and he's a bum. Get him out the house. Like that's tragic.
I'm hearing a lot of echo or something, feedback from somebody or something.
Is it my fan?
I am hearing a little bit of a fan too.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Gina.
So I was just like, oh, poor Unique. And then when he went to see Dean, it was like, ugh, like, you know, he's trying to climb his way back up. He went to jail and he's getting all of this drama for something that he did not even do.
Yeah.
So that makes it even worse to me. Like, okay, he didn't even do this. He was about, you know, his own business. And this fell into his lap. And now he got to, you know, try to maneuver. Then he got his homeboy, his right hand, like, oh, I'm not messing with you no more.
Yeah, what you think about when they talked right there? Are you surprised he was no fight or no guns pulled, or was that been too much, or what do you think? How would that have went with that situation right there? How you think?
When he said brother at the end of his little spill, I was like, I would have shot him. That was me though. But I just feel like it's total disloyal. Like, how you gonna go over there with them? Even though he was sitting there and he was like, you know, we got a history. How you going over there with them? Like, you were just beefing with them a couple of months ago. Now you trust them with your life?
Right.
Mm-mm.
That's true. They was just trying to kill each other, and now you over there getting money with them. Kelly, what's up? You say Meek should have bust him down. What's up? Explain.
So that part I honestly didn't get, because there's just no way that I didn't think that he should have shot him. He should have stabbed him. Remember when he went crazy on his friend, right? The who was snorting the coke, the one who messed up. He went crazy on him. Like, there's no way. I didn't think they was gonna friggin' thug it out. Like, I just didn't see him being like, oh, you want rock dick, da 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 da. Like, what? We was gonna chump it out at that point. Like, there was gonna be no more talk. How you gonna roll up at the spot? If that be the case and you was switching sides, don't come here. Why would you even come here to tell me some, crap like boom, like, oh, I'm not dealing with you no more?
Yeah,
That to
he
me
probably
makes
shouldn't
no
even have
sense.
came there. Yeah, I agree. He shouldn't have came there.
Right. Why he even come in the first place? Because I know had he said that, we'd have been going to blows. It wouldn't have ended like we could amicably just walk out the front door. Are you crazy? Nah.
Right.
With the last word.
Exactly. Like, boom, we would have had you that got shot. We'd have to burn the building down if that be the case. Because there's no freaking way. I'ma just be like, all right, you with the ops, it's cool. Bye. What?
Right.
And you turn your back on me and you just walk out the spot? Like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something right there. I mean, I guess unique. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking just trying to figure out why he didn't do something. Maybe he wouldn't have killed them maybe to that extreme, although I could see why somebody would feel that way. But maybe he ain't want to use them hands. Maybe he can't beat Warrell. I don't know. What you think, Kelly?
Remember he bust down a couple people when he was in holding in. How you ain't gonna use them hands? You was using that to protect the Italians. How you going you all of a sudden you forgot what you could do? But here's the whole thing, right? This person was your right hand man, and you letting him go with the ops, and he know a lot of your shit, right? How's that possible? That whole scene didn't make no sense to me at all.
Yeah,
he knows too much. Why you letting him go? Like,
yeah, he know too much. That's the real problem. Is he knows everything. Like, you'll never be all right again if he goes over there and starts telling them every move you used to make and everywhere you be and everything you do. Like, you didn't start all the way completely over from scratch, because he know everything with baby moms and them is and everything. Maybe that's part of why he didn't want to fight him. He know too much, and maybe he trying to still hope he could convert him back to the.
No, Jay, that's not how we work in the streets, Jay. You know that. I know you're trying to be nice and understanding right now, but that's not how it works, Jay. Unique was supposed to done him. Period. He knows too much, and now he's a liability to whatever Unique is about to do. That entire scene didn't make no sense to me in regards to reality. You know what I mean?
Everybody out there watching, let me just say this right quick. Everybody out there watching live or on the replay, if you were Unique, if you was Unique, would you kill Warrell or let him live? If you kill Warrell, put a 1W. If you let Warrell live, put a 2W. Okay. I mean, I might not have killed him right in that store at that moment, but I would have killed him though. So
yeah, he would have to go. What do you think, Gina?
I would have killed him. I said him when he walked out. I was like, I'd have shot him.
One time.
Right, I would have shot him. Because you want to come, I'm down and out. Just had the big explosive scene with my mother-in-law. Just had the explosive scene with Dean. Now you coming to tell me that you picked the other side? Dude, you going to have to get in front of this day.
Yeah. So far, Eric Iverson, the only one that's not going to kill him. He said this is chess, not checkers. And I get that, because he might come back to you one day. Who knows? Or he might not.
Would you want somebody who jumps all over the board to come back and be on your team, though?
That's true. And
when stuff go wrong, you hop in sides. Like, that's not the dude you want on your team.
That's true. And also, this is chess with your life too. So you can't afford too many mistakes. But I can see why you would think that. But again, he's too much of a liability. He know too much. Just know too much, and then like you say, Kelly, jumping all over and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I can't trust you. So, next person come with a little more money or a better opportunity, your ass gonna jump for the grass you think is greener every other time. So I don't know. One Journey says that she would not kill him, and switching sides, go with the business. I don't know. Gina, what you think? You think switching sides, go with the business?
It shouldn't. I don't know. I'm just like a person that's built on loyalty, and if you disloyal, you disloyal. I don't rock with you no more. Like, I'm not dealing with you, and if you know too much, then we in this type of business, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Because I
It
can't
does
risk
happen, but it's not
and getting mouthy with them.
right.
We enemies, and now you know my stuff, and you over there with them. So none of y'all can be trusted. The whole block got get flooded.
Right. Yeah, and it does happen where people switch affiliations, but it doesn't happen all the time. It's not common like that, because you start doing dirt, you can't go and be with the people you just shot at or tried to kill or whatever and hang like ain't nothing happened. So normally people don't let that go. So that's why it don't happen that often.
Can you really trust somebody who switched? Like, you a homie hopper? Can you really trust that person? Like, I will use you. I will get information. Or let me use this word. I will utilize you, but I'm not really gonna trust you, because why are you here with me? If we really ops, then you supposed to inherently hate me. So you can't be loyal to me. So at that point, I have to utilize you to my advantage, because I could never really trust you. If Rock and them trust Worrell at the end of the day, then that's foolish to me. They have to utilize him for their best interest, and I think that's the game that they playing. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody that want to talk about the show, ask us anything. I'm gonna put the link up. You all are more than likely to come up and chat with me or any of the ladies up here. Make sure it's always respectful, because you will get the axe. Shout out to Lexi Reeds. What's up, Lexi Reeds? Lexi Reeds said Detective Howard is definitely playing chess with Rock. He made her turn on her own folks, leaving her vulnerable. What do you think about what Lexi Reed said, Kelly?
I agree. In essence, even though I don't think he did it maliciously, she did make a move based on his information, because Rock is the only one who knows that at this point that what game he's playing. She's the only one that knows who he is and where he's coming from. So she don't got no other choice but to rely on him, because he's not playing games with her. But at the end of the day, his information made him make that move.
Mm-hmm. Eric Iverson said, "Let me just say, I love Kelly and Gina accents." I love Kelly and Gina accents too. That New York woman accent, gotta love it. Sounds so good.
Thanks, Eric.
New York.
Even though I love Gina's accent too, because her accent is like official to me. But yes, I get it.
Gina voice is just
Thank you.
Great. Love Gina voice. Listen to Gina read a newspaper.
Right? Tell us a story any day. Up to the Discord, y'all hear her.
All right, Gina. So, what do you think about Howard and playing chess with Rock, making her turn on her own people? You think he gonna make her destroy herself from the inside in? What's going on with how he telling her he gonna be the one to tell her Kanan about being the daddy, and I got proof, and everything else that's going on with Howard with the cops and all of that? What you think?
I agree with that too. Like he just made her second guess everything, and he's the one that's in the lead at this moment to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that she looks shook. I've never seen her look scared, look worried. But when it comes to him, she looks shook. Like she don't know if she coming or going. So I think he is playing a better game than her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she don't know how much he really knows or don't know. Although she knows that he ain't got no amnesia because he said the kid can't shoot worth shit.
We
What?
knew that.
Yeah, what do you think is in her head now that she knows for a fact that he knows about Kanan?
I think that she knows that he's gonna protect him. He want to get to know him. He want to have a relationship with him. So she knows that she don't have to worry about that part. It's the part of him knowing who he is to him that bothers her.
Right, right. Okay, Kelly, what's your thoughts on Howard playing chess with Rock and not leading her on to what he knows?
I love it. I love it 150%. We knew from last week that he didn't have amnesia, and I'm glad they gave it to us now instead of playing it out to let it wait, right? So I really appreciate that with the show. But and I like how he approached her. Like, yo, I know, I have proof, and it's not even on you no more because I gave you the opportunity and look what you did. And I even like the fact that he respect a gangster. You know what I mean? Because he know Rock. Remember, was it Rock? I want to say she lied. He didn't know her age, that she was actually a minor,
Yeah,
right? And she was messing with him undercover. So they had their little thing going on. Rock is just, she's sinister, okay? And she's scared as hell right now. And if I can remember clearly, she's it was always to protect the dude who's in jail.
DEF CON. Yeah,
DEFCON, right? It was to protect DEFCON's image because she was his beard, and um she can't be associated with the police, right? She can't. Whatever she's doing, she can't be associated with the police. So therefore, she needs to keep this information, on the down low. However, she shook. That's why she came to Kanan with the, well, oh, I don't know what he know, what he done, because she is shook. Because now, with Gina, what Gina said, he's protecting Kanan, right? Because he knew what he did, and he was like, oh, he respected gangster. He know that Rock set him up to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Gina, let me ask you this. Shout out to Eric Iverson with the super chat. Thank you, fam. You said, do you all think Scrappy snitched? Because to me, there's no proof of it. And I think Rock will see it was a mistake killing him. Thanks, Eric Iverson, for the super chat. Spreading love the Brooklyn way.
yeah,
All right, so what's up, Gina? Do you think he did snitch or what?
No, I don't think he snitched. He did not snitch. He didn't.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
going with Lulu. I'm with Lulu all the way. Like Lulu was like, he gave up an eye for us. He bled for us. He was there for us. Like you can't possibly think that this was him. If somebody's snitching, it's not Scrappy.
Right. That's true.
But even though, all that he did for them, he said he was with them since he was 14. None of that mattered to her. She does not care. She just don't care. She just evil.
She not taking no L's. She ain't going to jail and she ain't dying. So if anything conflicts with that, bow. There ain't even a choice. It's automatically made.
Right, but I feel like she owed him more than to shoot him in the back of the head. I feel like she at least owed him a conversation like, Scott, we heard you was at the police station. What's going down?
Right. I agree with you. She could have did that. I mean, how much longer would that have took? I mean, he was still gone no matter what if you would have decided, like he could have ran away right there or something. So, but I don't think he would have snitched. And another thing is, you can tell how free or light a person is in a situation if they lied or had something to do with it. For example, he was laughing the whole way there. He came in there and was smiling and talking about this, that, and the other. It was like he had no idea about any
Right.
snitching or anything like that. Didn't cross his mind. He wasn't apprehensive about going into that basement, apprehensive that they was quiet, you know what I mean? So I think
Right.
that kind of showed that he didn't snitch, in my opinion. K Leezy, what's up? Do you think he did or didn't? And Remy Raines chimed in and said the cop said the informant is in the room and it was Scrap in the room. But his mama was in there too, right?
Yeah.
Right. His mother was in the room, but remember when the police came in, right? She was asking for Detective Chin. Right? She was asking for the detective. So to me, that leads on to that his mother was the snitch. However, both of them were in the room. So nobody was able to discern. The Howard was never able to discern which one was actually the snitch. Both of them were in the room, right? If Scrappy never disobeyed the order, he would have not been in that basement, but he got a, you know, he had a habit, and that's why he was in there. So to me, if Scrappy had listened to the order, none of this would have ever happened because they'd have came and raided the place and the mother would have been in there and Howard would have never known who the mother was. Right? So it's really sad. But at the end of the day, I still think it just goes into they should have told him that they already knew he was at the spot.
Right. So do you think, shout out to Remy, my girl Remy Raines. She says that that weak ass lie is what may have got, instead of hanging the pictures, he hung himself with that
Right.
weak ass lie because that made them, in their mind, confirm what they already, their conclusion. That's why I say when you already got your conclusion in your head, then you're gonna more than likely find things to fit that conclusion. Any of you all want to chime in on this part or anything else?
I agree because when Marvin was asking the questions, he didn't stop him right then and there. Like, okay, what's going on? Why are you asking the questions? This is what I was doing that night. Like he just, oh, I was taking pictures. It don't matter. Marvin's gathering his information, and then he went to the cousin. And the cousin, she, he didn't hit her up like, oh, cover for me with this. She like, I haven't been speaking to no cousins. So it's like, okay, yeah, the lie is just right there. Which she should have picked up on that. Because why is he asking about your cousin?
Right, driving the Lexus LS 400. That car was big time when it came out. You had that. My uncle had one of those. He was a lawyer, and I mean, like, that was a big deal to have that Lexus LS at the time. And then he got all the gold chains and stuff. Talking about he cleaned some gutters.
You know what it is.
Right.
My friend had one of those. He wasn't a lawyer, but you know what I mean? You know what it is.
Right, definitely. All right, so another thing, Rock got another problem. More money, more problems. She got too much damn money that the damn rats is eating it in the bodega. Them some big ass New York City rats. Y'all rats are like pizza rat. They eat whole slices of pizza for lunch, then breakfast, and dinner. Gina, what you think about this money? Is Rock gonna be able to continue to trust her little mamacita partner, or we did see Unique's girl Peep Rock walking out of there? I'm surprised Rock didn't do nothing, or does Rock not know or recognize her? I don't know. I thought Rock recognized her. She knew Rock, so
I think she did recognize her. That's why she looked at her the way she did.
okay.
But I guess she doesn't think that she's gonna jump bad. Like Unique just got out. What is he gonna do? But yeah, like with the lady at the store, I don't know. I don't want to say that she's gonna switch up and have to get dealt with, but it's not looking good. Like
Somebody gonna take that money She said, you sitting here letting rats eat the money, and I'm sitting here trying to save money to send back to my people. You just got money just to sit here in boxes to rot for nothing. You making money for nothing, basically. What are you doing this risk for nothing? Which then made Rock start to go to plan B. Kelly K. Lee Z. Get on in there, girl. That $1 million smile.
So this part touched home for me, right? So if everybody doesn't know, I'm Trini to the bone. So I understand what it's like, right, for a family to come up here and be sending money back, because that's our heritage. Like that's what we know. You know, first generation Caribbean Americans, or you know, immigrants that are naturalized citizens now, Americans, right? So that's what we do. You know, I grew up with my mom sending barrels back home, fixing up the house back home and such like that. So yeah, it does look like that. Like we're making that sacrifice to do what we need to do back home. And look, you just hear you got so much money, you just letting it stay there for the rats to eat it up. And the only thing you can say to me is call an exterminator. Like you're not even sweating it. Like it's not even a big deal to you, right? I do not think that she's gonna switch. I just think that it put things into perspective, which it did for Rock, right? Because I don't think that she's looking at it like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to take some of this money because she don't care. But the perspective was to put Rock into a place of understanding that, look, you don't even care that these rats eating up your money, because you just calm with it. All right, call an exterminator, clean it up and call an exterminator. When on the other side, she's taking care of her family back home, trying to build a house, trying to provide for her family. And you're not even concerned. You just like, all right, fix the problem. So I don't think that she's gonna be deceitful to Rock. And in regards to the girl, I don't think Rock knew who that was, but she knew who Rock was, but she didn't pick it up because when she spoke to Neat, she was like, I saw Rock, but she didn't even give an explanation. Like she came out the back room, she didn't buy nothing, da 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 da. She didn't come with none of that information. She just said she saw Rock at the bodega. So
right,
she didn't, you know, she didn't pick up on like anything was going on. But to me, that's how a lot of the chicks are when you're dealing with them dudes. If you're the one that drug dealer check for, he not really putting you onto the game like that. He more so protecting you. He might have some chicks out in the street that know what's going on, but for the girl, he's protecting. So she didn't pick up on Rock, didn't purchase anything. She came out the back room, you know?
but also that's how a lot of stuff happens, is that you need to watch what you say around around certain people. So like she was just saying that, and she didn't say all that extra and think about it, but he will maybe think about it that way and say that. And what if they go rob it and old girl get killed? She cost that woman her life in a way by running your mouth about something you don't know what you're talking about. And you know what I mean? Just like you might be over at some friend's house and there's few people over there, you talking about how nice another person is, how nice their house is and things that they got, not realizing them other people overhearing that conversation and are thinking about breaking in now. You know, inadvertently you got them people house robbed in a way by running your mouth about what's in their stuff. So, you know, you always got to be careful about what you saying. Now she said that on purpose to him, but she not thinking about all the other stuff either. You know what I mean? And she might catch old girl, but I think old girl in the back might take some money too, because Rock don't even know how much money got ate.
Right.
She doesn't. She doesn't at all.
She don't even know.
I was thinking that too. Like she just told her to discard it.
Yeah. Clean it
So
up.
it's like, okay, you can have like the trash, you know, on the top and have, you know, the good money on the bottom.
Yeah, like Rock, it's a lot of things like I've said in other videos and stuff. She should have been moved out of the hood over there, staying over there. It's everybody know where you live. You too hot. You don't rest your head somewhere where they can shoot up your house or, you know, shoot at your son and the cops can just walk up to you. You know what I mean? She could have kept the house, but don't sleep there no more. You know, that's the office from now on. When you go to the hood, meet up everybody, all your people there. And she should have been sleeping out in the suburbs somewhere. Just cause what else you doing with your money? Another thing I thought that Rock should have did is she should have bought that bodega from old girl. Why have her there? Just buy it, put some other woman there that works directly for you, and have her run it with somebody there for security or something in the back. Call it a day. Why have her there? Well, you working with her people, so I guess you can't just kick her out. But we would talk about some type of buyout or something. But maybe she want to be there. I don't know, but I think that could be a liability and a recipe for disaster. Gina, what you think about Rock and still using that stash spot and all of the other stuff going on with Rock with that?
I think she's like too comfortable. She just runs around with this "I can't be touched" mentality, and so she doesn't really think all across the board. She thinks like, okay, I'm up right now, so that's what it is. But something about to happen.
Yeah, I mean, she act like she's the smartest person in New York City, don't she? Yeah, Kelly, what's up? What you think about Rock? And Malik Jackson said that would be a bad idea. Buying a bodega could leave a paper trail. I mean, that's true, but there's ways around that. You could create shell companies and other stuff and do stuff, ways around it. But I mean, I get it. I mean, hell, Ghost had a big ass club, multiple clubs. So I mean, I don't understand. When she went to buy that house, how does she have credit? She doesn't. What is she paying? Yeah, what is she laundering her money with? How?
Symphony, Jay.
Symphony.
That's the first person I thought. That's the first person I thought.
Go ahead, elaborate.
Let me ask you a question first, right? We're talking about the very early 90s in this time frame, right? Remember, Ghost was modern times, right? But the very early 90s, stuff was still trial and error over here, right? People was just getting big in the drug game from the 80s, the crack epidemic came up then. So in the early 90s, 91, 92, people were still getting accustomed to it. So to me, when I look at this story, I see trial and error, right? They were still going through things. So Rock's mistakes is what made the drug dealers that I knew do what they was doing the right way because of people from in the early 90s messing up. Like when you said, why they still meeting at the same diner and whatever have you, stuff didn't start to go bad for them as yet. So they were trial and error age. And then the people that we know to the late 90s, right, who was still in the game, they already made adjustments based on Rock and them era.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why. So by the way, when you said about Rock at the with the realtor, the first thing I thought of was Symphony, because everybody at that point had the other person who their house was in the name, or they had a girl or whomever in this area and the house was in her name. They knew where the money was coming from, but they didn't have no credit. They didn't have that. They had somebody else to front that information. So as soon as that happened, all I thought was a Symphony. Or remember back in the days, you had bills in their kids' names and stuff like that. I mean, not saying that he would have credit and stuff in 2 years. Symphony is the first person that came to my mind.
That's a good point. I didn't think about him. I'm gonna give you points on that. I don't know if he got the income verification though, but if I was her with the way old girl was talking to me, I would have wanted her to, check her. And then I might make her do the work into finding the house, but I wouldn't buy nothing from her. I'd just make her waste her time. Yeah.
Right. Because you could tell she's stereotyping Rock, right?
Try to man to her and put her in the hood, basically.
Exactly. They still do that today. Sad to say. They still do it to us today. But at that point, remember, they were still just going with the flow to a degree where, all right, fine, I can't get no better. Like, they wasn't moving out to Jersey in 91, 92. They started doing that in 95, 96. They started moving out to Jersey. You get in the crib out there. You already have somebody lined up for it or whatever have you. But they wasn't doing that back then. So I can understand, Rock position. You got to humble yourself to get what you want because they wasn't giving it to us like that in that era.
Okay. Gina, shout out to Eric Iverson. What up, big dog? He said, when do you think we gonna get Breeze, and will he clash with Rock? Gina, what's your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure. I don't really think about Breeze. Everybody else does that or no. I'll see him when he pops up.
Right,
I'm not
right.
going to clash with anybody.
I agree with Gina 150%. Breeze would be younger than Rock.
Yeah, I mean, to answer this, I think it's a little easy in the sense that Kanan said Breeze taught him the game, right? Well, the only way that's gonna happen is if Rock ain't around and Lulu and Marvin, because why would he be with somebody else other than family? You know what I mean? So I think we'll only see Breeze when them three are out of the picture for whatever reason. All three got to be gone. Because if Marvin alive, why would he not continue working with Marvin like he's done before?
Unless they fall out, Jay.
Well, maybe. They all got to be
So
out
when
of the
he
picture.
fall out with a family member, he usually shoot him.
Lulu gonna fall out.
He usually shoot him. I think they all got to be out of the picture one way or the other, whether they fall out or dead or in jail. They won't be around, and that's when he gonna go with somebody else, you know, to learn the game. Probably will start to get with Breeze to get more money to help one of them because they'll be in trouble. He'll need some money to help and need somebody to put him on because Rock won't be around and everybody else and stuff. So I think that's what'll happen on that. So,
well, like Gina said, when Breeze come, we gonna see Breeze. I feel I have the same sentiment as Gina because it's like people are making so many assumptions as to who Breeze is. Oh, Breeze is Camacho friend from her brother up the block. Somebody sees some other brother. You know what I mean? Like when we get Breeze, we gonna see Breeze because they're gonna have to introduce him since he was such a pivotal part of the game that they learned. You know, but when we see Breeze, we see Breeze.
Right. Before we get out of here, I just got a couple things about these ladies. Shout out to the 84 people watching live right now. I appreciate y'all coming through, watching live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like. You know, I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to put the hashtag JAYMOOREREVIEWS in the comments. I appreciate it. These ladies don't have a channel, but who knows what's coming. So in the future, so make sure y'all stay tuned, and who knows, you may see some things that these ladies are working on. I know Kay Leezy working on something right now, but we'll keep y'all posted as it comes through. All right, and definitely everybody be the first to know once it's ready. All right. All right. So, ladies, we see Jessica has gave up and said, I'm out. I'm going back to Cali. Gina, what's up? What you think about Jessie going back to Cali?
I think that's good. It depends on how she acts when she's out there. But I think it's good. I really do think that her and Lulu, they're not going to work out. Like, we'll see how she does out there in LA. But I'm glad that she left.
Okay. What do you think about the new girl? I can't remember her name. You know her name?
Ziza.
Gina got the memory banks, baby. I'm telling y'all just don't know. But we saw that her uncle is who? Big Daddy Kane. He came up in there making moves, and he got that big money, long money. I don't know. It sounded like it's got a little dirt on it, but he done cleaned it up real good. Yeah, polished that turd real nice. So they're gonna do a single deal. Camacho think that's a bad move. What you think gonna happen with Lulu and Big Boy?
Camacho is not seeing it for that girl. He was just like, I don't hear it. She's not it. And so then when her uncle Cartier came in and he's like, oh, we're going to do the single deal. Camacho's like, no. And Lulu just overrode him.
Mhm.
So
I got some vibes. Camacho was hating because he's all on Jessica's team. What you think?
Mm-hmm. I think so too, because I think she can sing. Like, I thought that she was doing a good job. I think he was just hating. And I guess he feels like, if she's in the spotlight, then that, puts famous in the background. And he's trying to be, for Jessica since she's smashing him.
Right.
But with the Uncle Cartier, that don't look like it's going to be good for Camacho. Like, the way that he was in there telling him this is what it's going to be. Lulu already, smacks him around. Lulu treats Camacho the way Rock treats Lulu.
Oh, that is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good analogy right there.
From her, he goes and he takes it and he puts it on Camacho.
Yeah, that's true. And because he's the one that pays everything, then he's the boss. Whereas that's how Rock kind of, I'm the boss because I make all the decisions, or I got, all the rules follow me. Where that's a good
at
way
first
to
I
look
felt
at
bad
it.
for him. I was like, damn, Rock, why you doing Lulu like that? But then I was like, wait a minute. He doing the same thing to Camacho.
That's what they say. People sometimes when they get abused or whatever, sometimes then do it to others. So look like Lulu is following in that footsteps. Lee Z over there smiling over there. What's up? What you want to say?
Well, Jessica, I agree. I remember who put the comment that she's getting off easy. I did not like it, but thank God, because I don't, you don't want no woman getting beat up, but she looking for some trouble. Okay. So yes.
Shout out to my girl Inga. She said I wanted Jessica dead. She got off way too easy.
Yes, did. I totally agree with you, Inga. She got off way too easy. But I'm trying to apply a little bit of reality to it, right? I think in the mid 90s, singles was it. So maybe Camacho don't really realize how big singles were. Because remember, we was buying singles back then.
Sure was.
Right? Yeah. I was going to Tower Records to get the single on the
cassette. Like $5.
Right. So I'm thinking that Camacho don't know as yet that singles is really going to be a big thing. Maybe. Right. So that might pay off, and he will realize after the fact that, they did have a great idea at that point.
He said that if the song blow up and it's a single, they don't have no way to keep her. So they can help her blow up, and then she go leave with him, and then they go on to have a successful career, and they ain't got nothing. So he was saying, if we do that deal, that could happen to us. So that's why Big Daddy Kane say, well, we'll do if certain marks are met, that we'll sign with you then.
And I agreed with that. I like that deal. I like how it turned out, right? But I agree with Gina. Once again, hurt people. So Lulu's being bullied by Rock, and he's bullying Camacho. But Camacho's a herb. So to me, he that got bullied, no, he was gonna get bullied, period, because he a herb. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be rough when Lulu find out what happened, because to me, if Jessica get off, then Camacho got to get the brunt of it. Both of them can't get off.
That's true. I mean, Jessica got on my nerves sometimes, but I didn't see her as a bad person that need to die. So that ain't the death penalty.
No, you can't do that. You can't hold me out with a drug dealer. You crazy? Maybe you can hold me out for 2 friends on the block, but you can't hold me out with a drug dealer like Lulu. Even though he had a
conscience, their girlfriend for cheating all the time. Not every drug dealer. He could get another girl. He got another girl. He already replaced her. He ain't thinking about that damn girl.
No, he ain't do nothing with that chick yet, right? That ain't happened yet. However, he sort of wiped her up, because if he wasn't just smashing her regular, that was his girl. You ain't gonna homie hop with no drug dealer like that and everything be okay. Like, all right, my bad. You was smashing the homie. That doesn't happen in real life.
Okay,
You're dealing with a murderer and a drug dealer, whether she knew it or not. That's who she was dealing with, and she got away scotch-free. So to me, if she got away, Crown Camacho got to get the bill for it.
Okay, Gina, you want to add anything on that?
Yeah, I understand what Kelly's saying. I thought something was gonna happen. Like when I saw the car, that Scrappy them were in, I thought that was her car. I was like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But yeah, I don't think she should die though. I think you should just stop dealing with her. Like, let her be to her own devices.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on. Wait. Let me just ask you guys a question. So now you think that you're dealing with a murderer and a drug dealer, right?
Murder, compartmentalized murder, not serial killer, but business.
I didn't say serial killer, but I said murderer though, right? So he a murderer and a drug dealer. So you're dealing with a murderer and a drug dealer, right? And then you sleeping with the person who he in business with. Like, you think that that's just supposed to, he gonna take that as like, oh, okay, pop, you okay?
Well,
the girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
This is why I was trying to clarify murder over business versus serial killer or just a crazy dude. Now, I'm not saying that one is better than the other or whatever, but drug dealers normally would only kill over something about a business. They're not really killers like that. They can, and if it come down to it, they will. But like we've seen Lulu have a conflict with killing since we've been watching the show. So
Okay.
you know what I mean? So he can do it and he will, but he don't want to. He's not a killer. Like Kanan later became a killer of anybody, didn't give a damn. Lulu ain't to that point. You know what I mean? So I could see him not probably killing her.
Well, not killing her, but that's why I said Camacho got to get it, because she didn't get it and she violated. That was his woman. She disrespected him and she violated. So, and she cut and she's gone. So now Camacho got to get it.
Yeah.
That's my hope. That's my hope.
Yeah, I can see Crown catching it in a
Yes, that's what I want, because she got away. Like Inga said, and I agree, she got away real easy. So Camacho got
knows that they were talking and that he hooked her up with the job. So he gonna be pissed behind that.
Right. What you think about Famous getting kicked out of the house, having white girls in the bed? Messing around with them white girls. Do it to you every time, boy. No. But all seriousness, that might give him some material to write about now. Now you got to be talking about the street life for real. Street life is where I live in part 2.
Only life I know is the street life.
Right. Gina, what you think about him right now? Is that gonna make him a better rapper? Is he gonna get killed on these streets? What's gonna happen? They trying to sell them whack ass mixtapes with one song on it. That ain't a mixtape. That's a single.
Right. He's a scrub, like, and he doesn't listen. Like, they told him, stop smoking, get your acts together. He laid up in the house with this chick. You deserve to get, some type of punishment. Like, look at what you bring in your mother. And she looked like she came from work. Like, she busting her behind all night, and you up in here sleeping when you should be in the studio getting her out the damn hood. Ugh. He gets on my nerves.
What are you doing with that girl in the house? How are you doing it, Famous? I told you, don't you have it there? Put your mama in the house. Why are you doing? You get out. You're trying to do it, they're happy. And you're happy and you're happy, they're happy. It don't work, Famous. Knock Kelly out the box over there.
You made me cough, Jay. You know you see me go off and because I'm coughing, you made me cough.
What are you doing?
Oh God.
She made her lose her English up in that house up in there, boy. She straight up. Hey, Dios mío.
Hey, Dios mío. I didn't think it mattered if it was a white girl or not. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would classify myself the same way Hispanic women, black mamas. You know what I mean? We don't want that. We coming from a hard day's work and we see some naked chick laid up in our picnic bed. Are you kidding me? Like, no.
She was asleep. She wasn't bothering nobody.
She was knocked out. They were arguing. She didn't budge. No, yo, she gotta go.
Ain't no woman gonna be good enough for your boy. That's all.
Well, not naked in the bed.
Right. First time I'm seeing you laying on your stomach, no clothes on, child. No.
Thank you. She not the one. She not the one. And you
I need Michelle Obama over here.
Right. Simply be yourself. Said that. We talked about jukebox yet. What do we need to talk about jukebox?
We love jukebox.
And she tracking her mama down, watching her. She's spying on her.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to get into some more points that we wasn't able to get into tonight, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We got about 90 people watching live right now tonight. I want to thank all y'all for coming through tonight and watching with us. I hope y'all had a good time, a couple laughs. I hope you enjoyed my lovely co-hosts over here, Gina and Kay Leezy. Thank you both for coming through. As always, I appreciate you. Definitely. And we'll be back tonight at 10 to talk about it. So everybody, I appreciate you. I want all 90 of y'all back tomorrow or tonight, depending on how you do your days. But at 10 p.m. Eastern time, let's get all y'all back for some more talk about this show that we all love and break down some more topics. And I might even put it in there for people to come up and ask us live some questions. I guess everybody in their PJs.
Yeah.
So they want to come out tonight. They in their lingerie. It's all good. Wearing that lingerie and PJs. But we'll catch y'all tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Gina. Oh, wait, before we go, I almost forgot the Moorescore. Gina, what would you rate this episode before you get up out of here? A 9. Okay. All right. Anything you want to add to that? Any scene? I guess Scrappy was the biggest part of this episode. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And Kelly, what would you rate this episode?
I would give it an 8.5.
Okay.
I didn't give it a 9 because I really was disappointed in the lack of conversation that I believe they should have had with Scrappy. And that whole Unique and Worrell was so disappointing to me because I was just like, this is not real. This is not real.
You ready for that bam, bam, bam?
Hello, something needed to go down. You know what I mean? Not just like, I see you. Nah. So those are the two parts that gave it, a little low score for me. But I love the cars. I love the outfits. They consistent. And I love the 90s is nostalgia for me. So
I love the 90s too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for those that don't know, it's a lot of y'all new here. The Moorescore is my low rating system. 4 simple categories, 25 points each, give you a total of 100. You can always drop a decimal point, give you a score of 1 to 10. Visual cinematography, I loved all the visuals, the camera work, seeing different parts of New York, the city, all that stuff was cool. And I would give it a 20. We see storyline and plot. I like the storyline and plot. It was really good. We get to see Unique trying to rise up from the bottom, rebuild his organization, and with Howard and Rock and all the other stuff. So I'm giving it a 20. I like it. It wasn't the greatest ever, but it was very good. special effects, makeup, costumes. I'm biased. I love the 90s. I'm gonna give it a 25. I love seeing the Lexus, the clothes, the chains, all of that. Is it probably really a 25? Of course not, but I'm gonna rate it that. And lastly, entertainment fun factor. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Was it the greatest episode I ever saw? No. But I'm gonna give it a 20, which is above average, good, which will bring my total score to an 85, or you can round it to an 8.5. And that's what my Moorescore would turn out. And I always leave a 0.5 margin of error in either direction. So if some people said a 90, I can see where you could come with that. And if you said an 8 or an 80, I can see where you could come with that. So there you have it. I think this is probably the best spinoff of Power Universe. And I am biased about Force. I would say Force is really close second, but the 90s nostalgia, I really, really like seeing. And I mean, wow, I think about how they made this show, the prop department, and having to get these cars, clothes, locate stuff. They're doing a good job. They're doing a real good job. Yeah, and I'll give them credit, man. These are the people on the credits that everybody skips. And yeah, without them, these shows wouldn't be as good because they make all the details possible.
Right.
You know, so
Thanks,
they definitely do a good job.
Thanks for keeping it 100. Thank you. I mean, I know I love it. Gina loves it, but we have a closer connection to it in regards to being from New York. But it's just a good show, and they're keeping it really close to realistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, very authentic.
But what I like is that, like, when I see other people in the comments talking, they're like, "Oh, I'm getting the New York feel." I wasn't out there in the 90s, but I get it. Like they do it, the way that it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
The 90s is the best time in the history of the world, man. The 90s was dope.
Right.
A lot of that stuff people still want to wear. How many
Jordan? I saw it online, like where to get that that throwback Kanan hat on and boom, bam, bam. I tell my son all the time, we made it. We made what y'all living today. At the end of the day, the only reason why y'all got this stuff is because of what we did in the 90s.
Yeah, the golden era of rap.
Hello.
Yeah, so yeah, the 90s, man. It's a great time to be alive, man. Great time to be alive. Jobs was available. We had enough technology. That was all the technology I think human beings really needed, man. It's like we got too much technology now. I mean, I do enjoy having like YouTube and stuff. It does help to, do things with a lot of people and convey in a fast way. But some of this stuff has gone too far, and I think mankind is suffering from it a little bit. But it is what it is.
Girl, we suffer like in different ways, because you remember back then too, there was a divide between the haves and the have-nots. Like, when you see Rock with her cell phone, you knew that if you just was not our color or you was in the drug game, that's the only how you would have that phone. You know what I mean? So there was a clear distinction between the haves and the have-nots.
That's true. Not anybody got a phone. You got kids, kindergartners with cell phones now and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I feel like if these kids don't know how to live, if they don't have it, when we had quarters.
Right. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, a lot has changed, man, and man, it just happens so fast, man. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize, man, where did the time go, man? Where did the time go? But anyway, ladies, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Everybody that stayed, I know I said we was out of here, and then I forgot. A lot of people left when I said that, but everybody that stayed, I appreciate y'all for staying and rolling with us to the very end. And everybody have a good night. Don't watch nobody else reviews tonight. Go to bed. Wait for us till tomorrow at 10. No, I'm just playing.
Keep it real. We want them to just stay with us.
Right. Stay with me. Right. So everybody have a good one. And I'll see y'all tomorrow or later tonight, whichever one. And be safe. And we out of here. Peace. Deuces.
Bye. Have a good day.
Yes.